You doing mighty fine. It's Besa Gordon here, and of course it's time for another episode of the Rewind with Besa on Converge Media. Look, I do have also 2 interviews that I'm going to drop this week. One with KJ from Debonair Decor, the other one with Koach T, who happens to be over KuttNUp, which is actually a dance team based here in Seattle, Washington that I was on in high school for like 1.5 years. But I digress, that doesn't matter. I actually have a new YouTube series and we talk a little bit about that. So stay tuned for a few clips from those interviews. In the meantime, between time, this week we're talking about Chole Bailey, Diddy, Ludacris, Megan Thee Stallion, the VMAs, the BET Awards, Cardi B, and more. So let's get this started out with something that recently happened. Chole Bailey. So for those of you that don't know, Chloe is a part of, I want to say the group is Chloe and Holly. Holly is her sister, and they're actually mentored by the oh so amazing Beyonce, okay? So Chloe finally dropped her first solo single, and everyone has been waiting for this, okay? She dropped a little snippet of the song on her birthday, and literally the song went viral, okay? Little 10-15 second clip is what everyone's been going on TikTok. So every once in a while you hear somebody doing a little dance to "Booty So Big," Lord have mercy. Like plenty of TikTok challenges. I tried to do one of them, definitely almost fell on my ass. I just don't have those Megan Thee Stallion needs, okay? It's just never been my thing. It's never been something that I had. I tried. Maybe if I worked out a little bit more, I'd be able to do it. But this one in particular TikTok challenge looks really, really fun. Even if you can't do it, it's actually a really, really good workout. Trust me, I definitely got a good sweat in trying to do it. Anyway, she finally dropped her music video, and I watched it. I actually watched it twice, and I really like the music video, okay? Some people are saying it's a little overly sexual. Some people are saying she's doing too much. I say, first of all, she looks a lot like Beyonce in the video, and a lot of people do compare Chloe to being a newer version of Beyonce, or quote-unquote Beyonce's replacement. However, you can't replace Beyonce. Like, Beyonce is Beyonce. However, I will say that Beyonce's protege, aka Chloe, is probably going to be the closest thing that you get. Like even in some of the video shots, like you have little outfits that kind of remind you of different things that Beyonce has worn in different music videos. Like even in her recent Black is King, there's a part where she's wearing this pink outfit very, very similar to the one that Chloe is wearing. So, you know, you definitely have a lot of Beyonce influence in the video. But do I think that Chloe is trying to be Beyonce? No, child. I think that Chloe is finding herself. If I'm not mistaken, she's like 21. If I'll put the correct age on here, but she's like under 25 years old, which in my opinion means that she's still finding herself. I was lost at 21. Don't get me wrong, I was still living my best life, still doing my blogging thing. And I want to say at 21, I was still working at C-Spot Media Group with KuttNUp, but I was only 21. I was still figuring things out. I was still figuring out who I was. Like heck, at 31, I'm still figuring some things out. I feel like if you think you always have things figured out, that just means that you don't ever want to evolve. But that's a conversation for another day. So, you know, I say let Chloe be who she is. What's really interesting is that back in the day when her and her sister used to do their performances, people would always kind of talk about how Chloe was the one that gave them Beyonce. Chloe was the one that always gave them sexy. Chloe was the one that they always felt like was doing a little bit more during the performances and was a little bit more into the dancing. And so now when she's out being herself and she's not holding back anymore, because for all we know, she could have been holding back all this goddamn time. Okay, she could have been holding back because her sister is a little bit more reserved. However, apparently her sister is the ratchet one that is actually about that life. Not in a negative way, but apparently she will fight you if need be. Anywho, so to see people's reactions when she dropped this video was absolutely wild to me. I don't really know what you guys expected, especially with the preview of the video. I'm not even gonna put the preview of the video on here because we do have kids that watch the videos over here on Converge. But if you saw her little preview video when she dropped the song for her birthday, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So people's being so surprised at how sexual that she's being, it's just stupid to me. However, she did have something to say to people that are like, why are you showing so much skin?
Why are you showing so much skin? Because I can. It's my body and I'm so proud of it, and I hope you're proud of yours too.
And I absolutely agree. If you're not proud of your body, I suggest you do something to make yourself proud of it. That might sound a little harsh to some, but it really is what it is. Look, I went to the gym yesterday because I was like, I'm so sick of this pudge. And honestly, my skin always looked a little bit better whenever I work out. So I went to the gym. I did some cardio. I went running on the treadmill. I did the elliptical. Like, you know what I mean? I lifted some weights. And I just felt a whole lot better this morning. Heck, I actually woke up way earlier today than I typically do. So I'm definitely going to go to the gym either later on tonight or tomorrow. But I digress. My whole point is, while you guys are over there policing Chloe's body, you should be making sure that you enjoy the body that you're in. Like, what she does with hers really has nothing to do with you. Diddy. Okay, so P. Diddy, I feel like he recently changed his name again. If he did, I'll put it up here. However, recently he's been seen with a couple young tenderonis, if you will, okay? I don't even know if people say that. I really don't care. We just said it right here. Anywho, there was a point where Diddy was dating Steve Harvey's daughter, Lori Harvey, who was apparently now actually still dating Michael B. Jordan. They look actually really adorable together. But yes, there was a point where Diddy was actually dating Lori Harvey. Then there was another recent point where Diddy was dating Young Miami from the City Girls. Child, there was photos of them popping up holding hands. And then there was also like a little video of her sitting on his lap. Well, I don't know what happened between all that because everybody swore up and down that they were like literally about to live their best lives together. Now he's being seen with Joie Chavez, who happens to be the mother of Future and Bow Wow's child. Obviously, she has two different kids with him. She has a daughter with Bow Wow and has a son with Future. Child, she was living her best life on Diddy's yacht. Everybody was like, oh, Diddy's out on vacation. He's on his yacht, blah, blah, blah. Well, the paparazzis must have took one of those long lenses and zoomed in on that boat and caught him and Joie living their best lives. Now, some people are saying that Joie looks a little bit annoyed in the photos and like she's just there for, I don't know, whatever reasons. But honestly, I don't really know. You got people taking photos of her from freaking afar. Like, I don't always look the most pleasant when you just randomly take a photo of me. But whatever they're doing, who really cares? They're grown adults, okay? And I'm intrigued to see what's gonna happen next. All right, you guys, we're gonna go to a quick commercial break. And when we come back, child, Ludacris has a new cartoon coming out. Stay tuned.
Of hope and faith in yourself, like you can do almost anything. So,
no, period. And I do remember, like, even during, it was the first tryout and you could kind of see that I was like in my head a bit. And even like Omari at Converge, he goes, whatever you're doing to make it to where you're not in your head right now, keep doing that. And so I still have a little bit of that now, but I do remember you telling me that back in the day. And I was watching your YouTube series that you have right now that we're going to get to in a second. And one of the things that you were saying to the dancers was like, look, even if you're not the best dancer and you have personality and you have a vibe, we can make this work.
Period. And that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe a year ago, Luther, who danced on KuttNUp, he was like, you know, as I'm an adult, what I realized is that back then you wasn't really teaching us technique. What you were teaching us is confidence to try anything. And that turned us into the dopest dance crew in Seattle because we were doing things that people would be like, wait, what? Like, I only seen somebody get threw up in the air on TV. You know what I'm saying? Or at cheer camp. You know what I'm saying? But this is a hip hop dance team, like really doing cheer stunts that we never were trained to do. Some of that stuff I would just dream about and go to practice and be like, y'all, we doing this today. And y'all can do it.
We're just gonna say, Maisha, we're gonna throw you in there and see what happens.
And y'all bet not drop her, or we all doing push-ups.
Or we're all running laps around that little middle.
Right. And you know, and we was just all for it. And so, you know, that just goes to show you, like, with confidence, man, the world is yours.
It's literally. Welcome back. You're still locked into the Rewind with Besa on Converge Media. So check this out. I was on Instagram the other day and I was doing one of my shows. I might have been doing my show for Jam It Over in Portland because they played Ludacris. We don't really play Ludacris here in Seattle. And I really wanted to see what he was up to. Well, to my surprise, apparently this weekend was his birthday. So he was celebrating his birthday this weekend, but also, child, he's dropping a whole damn cartoon. Look, I'm not gonna play the audio for the cartoon because it's from Netflix and I don't want the video to get dinged, but I will put in a couple clips of the videos that he posted on his Instagram, and it's so cute. Let me see if I can find the name of it. The name of the cartoon is going to be Karma's World. She does music and basically she's like an aspiring star. As you can see, she got nice little chocolate skin, nice little thick curly hair. She looks absolutely adorable, okay? If you guys haven't seen the video or at least heard what the video sounds like, because you can hear her singing in the video when you actually watch it on Instagram, definitely check it out on Ludacris's Instagram. But yeah, I guess the show is going to hit Netflix on October 15th. Definitely gonna check that out. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I do actually really enjoy kids movies. Like, I love Madagascar. I still love The Little Mermaid, love The Lion King, but I also watched Soul like 3 times. The one that happens to feature Jamie Foxx's voice. Yes, really enjoyed that movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely tap into it. Whenever it comes out, I think it's gonna be a vibe. And matter of fact, I'm gonna at least watch 1 episode after October 15th when it drops, and I'll let you guys know what I think about it. Y'all stay giving my good sis Megan Thee Stallion the blues. Like, she just can't win for nothing. Like, I feel like Megan Thee Stallion is trying to do nothing but live her best life with her new boo thing, Partisan Fontaine. In case you guys did not know, Megan Thee Stallion has actually calmed down a lot ever since getting with her new boo, okay? Party, as she calls him, or Partisan Fontaine, as we all know him. He's done a lot of music with Cardi B. In particular, he used to actually write for Cardi B, if I'm not mistaken. However, he's now dating Megan Thee Stallion, and since then I want to say she's been a little bit calmer, you know, like she still kind of like does her twerking on stage, and you know, she'll like do twerking in music videos, but she's not really just out driving the boat like she used to. You know what I mean? When she used to always be like, all right, let's drive the boat, and she's like pouring drinks in everybody's mouths. Like, she's not really doing that anymore. And apparently she went on Twitter recently, let me find the tweet, honey, and said, I feel bad because I haven't really been being myself lately, and I think the hotties can tell. I just can't stand social media. She also goes, I get on here and people be talking about my deceased parents and all kinds of rude ish. I don't even want to see it. Apparently somebody was like, she put the she put the cognac down, and then she goes, what are you even talking about? And I'm just like, yeah, but at the same time, don't take no shame. Megan Thee Stallion came out as the party girl. She was the party girl. She was super free, super single. Even when she was dating Moneybagg Yo for a little bit, she was still living her best life. At this point, I want to say Megan Thee Stallion is 26 years old. She's actually lost both of her parents, and I want to say her grandmother. And so she kind of feels alone in this world, obviously. And I think that she's an only child like me. So to lose your parents and your grand, like, that's a lot, okay? And so a lot of people used to say, or at least assume, that Megan was, you know, hiding a lot of her pain behind them cognac bottles. You know, when her parents passed away and they were at very close proximities, look, she did not stop. She didn't stop doing music. She didn't stop performing. She didn't stop doing music videos. She didn't stop doing live streams. She didn't stop doing club appearances. She didn't stop. If anything, she amped things up a little bit. And then the whole Tory Lanez thing happened where she ended up getting shot in her feet. And then you had people questioning if she was shot in her feet, if she shot herself in the feet, who actually shot her. Was it Tory Lanez? Was it her friend? Was it the security guard? Or was it somebody down the street? Like, it was just always something, right? And now I feel like she is starting to feel that love again of someone that actually cares about her and really enjoys her time for just who she is. And maybe she doesn't feel the need to get all drunk anymore. You know, I do remember seeing an interview where she said she actually does not drink before she goes on stage. So with her already being sober on stage, with her finding love and happiness in her new man, maybe she just doesn't feel the need to do all of that anymore. You know, people outgrow these things, and people like to really ignore the fact that, you know, it's so easy to hide your pain and your trauma and your troubles in alcohol. Like, I do it, the heck. So for me to see her actually calming down, to me, kind of makes me feel like, I don't want to say that she was in a depressive state. I don't want to say that she wasn't either, because I don't know Megan, so I don't really know what she's been going through. But I feel like she looks happier, she looks more youthful, and she looks a hell of a lot less stressed out. And it makes sense that she doesn't want to come on social media. Like, who wants to wake up, have a good day, and then come on social media to somebody saying something crazy about your parents, someone saying something crazy about, oh, she must have put the bottle down. And it's like, child, can I just live my life and be happy? But that also lets you know how much that people will live their lives vicariously through these celebrities. If your favorite celebrity disappears from social media and you just don't really know what to do with yourselves, you don't really know how to act, you don't really know, you just start like missing them just because you need them on their timeline, to me that means that you're living vicariously through them. Every once in a while I'll be like, dang, Megan Thee Stallion hasn't posted in a minute. But really, for me, whenever I do that, it's because I'm doing my show notes, right? And I want to be like, oh, Megan Thee Stallion recently tweeted this, or she recently did this, or she was recently here. But otherwise, child, I'm not gonna front you guys, I don't even be on social media like that anymore. Don't get me wrong, it looks like I'm on it more than I really am because I post so much on TikTok, but really I'll do a big batch of videos. Like last time I went to the station, I did 15 videos, I want to say, in the Cube 93.3 studios, and I've just been posting those for like the last week or so, because for me, when I'm on social media for too long, it's very easy for you to like even read through comments that aren't even about you, and then you can feel away. You know what I mean? And some people just really live for going on social media and making people feel a way about themselves, and I just don't need that kind of energy in my life, okay? I have no issue with blocking people. I have no issue with banning people. Like, I just, If your energy is stank-a-dank, I don't want you anywhere near me. I don't want you in my comments. I don't even want you seeing what I'm up to. Like, you gotta go. You gotta go. So when she says things like, I'm just over social media, I get it. I get it. We have so much going on in the world right now, and who wants to check their social media to see nothing but negative comments? And I know people are always like, oh my God, just pay attention to like the nice comments, but eventually it's just like, I'm just gonna stay off of social media. I'm just not gonna read the comments. I'm just not gonna post. I'm just gonna take a break. You know what I mean? It's kind of like what I was saying with Lizzo. Lizzo gets all pissy about people talking about her. Girl, stay out of your comment section. Take a break from social media for a little bit. Go on a vacation. You know what I mean? So I totally feel Meg when she says that she's just pretty much over social media, because social media is mad toxic these days. All right, we're gonna go to another commercial break real quick, so you already know. Stay locked to Rewind with Besa on Converge Media.
But I would say that, and is just realizing how many long hours you got to put in. But if you want to, like I found myself saying I'm gonna take a day off. I don't really take days off. I'll say I'm not coming in, but I'll come in.
You'll come in.
Yeah, I'll be here. There's sometimes I'll be here to 2, 3 in the morning, and I'll go home and shower and emails and process orders, and I'll come back at 8 or 9 to try to get ready for open 11. So just, I mean, I always worked. I've been working since I was 14, but it's the passion and it's the pain that pushed me to like, I gotta work. I staying busy helps me breathe. Like working makes fitness and fashion kind of help me deal with, you know, like, and I'm really sober, you know what I'm saying? And just realizing that if you build it, they'll come.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really put the work in and you grind, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like everything is worth it. It's not fair in life. Life isn't fair. And the only thing really in life promises death. But I mean, everybody gotta go someday. So in the meantime, like I said, dealing with what I'm dealing with, I'm just trying to grind. And like, this is only like a small piece of my vision. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want it to just be, people get off the plane, they're like, man, I gotta go to Debonair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You come in, you're going for a concert, you're to see family, you want a custom pair of sneakers. So we do custom shoes. I got one of my partners, shout out Holiday Black. He has a space back here. He does crazy customs.
Oh no.
Yeah, so he's painting shoes. And we're gonna launch my daughter's line, Decor. She has her lip gloss line coming out with all organic, hypoallergenic organic lip glosses, and she's gonna do some socks with that. She wants to talk about that, so we'll get her on here.
Definitely.
So just trying to make it. I just want to keep improving and just keep adding on, and I want people to come in here and leave out of here like wow.
How do you want for people to feel when they do put on your clothes?
I want them to just feel like I think this is, you know, Dion said it a long time. You look good, you feel good, you perform good, you pay good, you eat good, you live good, that part. So it's just like that. I want you to put on your Debonair, be like, man, it's Debonair. You know what I'm saying? I always say that. That's like my tagline. It's Debonair. I always say that. I want you to just, you get a nice outfit, or you get your hair done, or you get your makeup done, or something. As a woman, for women, you want to just look at it as a man, like, I don't like, get a fresh haircut or get a fresh lineup or something, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like,
okay.
Yeah, so if you come leave out here, I want you to just feel good. Like, you be having a bad day, you walk in there, even if you don't buy anything, I want to provide quality customer service. I watch them, have conversations, talk to them, speak to them, invite them. I don't care what color, race, creed you are along, you bring positive vibes. Positive vibes are going to be returned. And I just want people to know we're here and why we're doing it. And if my story helps motivate someone or inspire someone not to quit, that's grieving, and I feel like I'm here for a reason. You know what I mean?
Okay, so tonight is the VMAs. I actually have not looked at who's nominated or who's performing, but I do know that Chloe is performing. I also know that Normani is performing. I don't know who else is performing, so I guess I'll just have to watch and see later on tonight. Also, you have the BET Awards happening October 1st. I heard that Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion are leading the nominations with 9 nominations each, apparently all from Cardi B's song WAP, so we'll end up seeing who wins that. Speaking of Cardi B, she recently had a baby boy. I don't know if I told you guys, but I predicted that Cardi B was having a boy, okay? She never came out and let us know if she was having a boy or a girl, but I just looked at how she was carrying her baby and I was like, it looks like a boy. When I used to work at Old Navy, there was a point where I worked in the maternity section, and then also I was a cashier, so I would see so many pregnant people. Eventually I was able to just kind of like guess if it was a boy or a girl. So when I saw the way that Cardi B's son was like sitting in her stomach, I was like, oh yeah, that's a boy. It's a boy, and it definitely was a boy. So I'm curious to know what they're going to name the baby. Like, some people are saying that they should name the baby Culture too. We'll see. In the meantime, I'm just very happy that Cardi B had a healthy baby boy, especially in the middle of this crazy ass pandemic. I almost forgot to add this in about the VMAs. So apparently Nicki Minaj was supposed to be there. I didn't know that. Somebody recently on Thursday was like, hey, are you gonna be performing at the VMAs? And she goes, I recently pulled out. So no, but I'll be there next year. I'll explain why later. And I'm like, you pulled out? Like, was she performing? Was she just going to be in attendance? Like, what happened? And on top of that, you guys know she has her whole legal thing going on with her husband, Kenneth Petty. Okay, he has those SA, can't say certain words on YouTube, charges, and apparently he's not allowed to be around children within a certain feet. So I guess people looked up the location of the VMAs, and I guess it's near a Chuck E. Cheese. So people are assuming that she pulled out because the VMAs is happening near Chuck E. Cheese and he's not supposed to be that close to children, which is interesting because recently there were some photos online of him with their baby, which is technically a child, and I guess they were also with Rihanna's little cousin. So I don't really know how all that works. I didn't even know, like I said, that freaking Nicki Minaj was even gonna be at the VMAs. Not because I don't think she should be there, just because I didn't know that she was performing. I checked Instagram, doesn't look like Bia is performing. Speaking of Bia, Nicki Minaj and Bia, they have their song Whole Lot of Money remix, and that just went platinum. So if she was gonna be there with Bia, I could understand that, but I didn't see Bia posting anything about the VMAs. So I'm not really sure what Nicki Minaj would have been doing there, except for just maybe being in attendance. I don't remember her even being nominated for anything. If I find something, I'll definitely put it on the screen. Otherwise, I don't know, child, but that's what she put on her Twitter. Sleepless in Seattle was last weekend. I actually had a really great time, enjoyed doing all of the interviews. I'm gonna put in some photos from the interviews, and of course you guys will be able to see some of the interviews very, very soon. But in the meantime, if you actually went to Sleepless in Seattle, which was put on by Converge Media's own Cuddy, definitely drop a comment below. Let me know what your favorite performance was. And of course, I can't really end the video without talking about 9/11, right? I probably should have talked about this first, but we're here now. So yesterday, and I say yesterday because I'm recording this Sunday at about 4:30 in the afternoon. Yesterday was 9/11. So I've never been like very emotional about 9/11. I think it's just because I personally don't know anyone that was involved. And when it happened, I was in 6th grade. But I've always been curious about it. Always been curious about what happened, why it happened. And when people are always talking about how it was a cover up and things like that. So just for friggin' nostalgic moments, 20 years ago when 9/11 happened, I was in 6th grade. I was getting ready for school at my grand-grand's, like always, and I was getting ready to walk to school, and the news is on, and then all you see is buildings collapsing. That's really all that I remember. And I was like, oh, all right, is school canceled? No? Okay, well, going to class. So I go to school. I was going to Meany Middle School at the time, and I want to say I was in my geography class. I don't remember my teacher's name. I just remember that he was a tall white male. That's all I remember. But I do mainly remember we were watching the news, and he's just like, man, this is so messed up. This is crazy. Like, you guys don't understand what's happening, and this, and then, you know, he's trying to like basically explain what it means to the country, and then he remembers that he had a friend that was working in that building. So at that point, he just starts having a whole breakdown, child. So that's literally my memory of 9/11. Okay, I don't really have very many other memories of 9/11 because I was in 6th grade, and no tea, no shade, I can barely remember what I did last month. So look, if you knew anyone that passed away during 9/11, condolences to you, sending out everybody positive energy. I'm pretty sure this year is always very, very hard for a lot of people, and I know that a lot of people were on guard, especially if you're on the West Coast, not the West Coast, child, but on the East Coast. So glad we made it past 9/11 and nothing too crazy actually happened. So, you know, just sending out positive energy to anyone and everyone that needs it. Now, as for my mental check-in, I'm gonna start doing these every video again. I really like doing them. I found out about them by this one YouTuber named Justin J. And sometimes he does a mental check-in, sometimes he doesn't do a mental check-in. But with the way COVID is set up, I'm doing my mental check-in, okay? First and foremost, I had to get my first COVID test last week, which was super duper stressful. Thankfully, it came back negative, child. But with COVID, all the new variants, with freaking Biden basically coming out saying that this is a war against the unvaccinated, a lot of people's energies have been like on just high. Like, okay, people have been really, really stressed out. And I don't know what he was thinking when he made that speech, but with all due respect, I think it was very careless. I think it was very careless of him, especially being that there are actually people out there that cannot get the vaccine because of medical reasons. Right? There are certain ingredients in there that some people cannot have in their bodies. Like, if you've been vaccinated, you know good and darn tootin' well that they ask you if you're allergic to certain things. And so for him to just pop out and be like, get the vaccine, it's not that damn easy for everybody. It's FDA approved. You should get it. Okay, yes, you should get it. But you can't sit here and negate from the fact that there are people that literally do have health reasons for why they don't want to get it. Like, that's messed up. And for your president to basically just be like, you can go, like, forget you, like, oh well, I don't really know what to tell you, that's really jacked up. Like, you literally had some little boy that apparently broke his ankle or his wrist, I don't remember which one, but they wouldn't treat him at the hospital because he wasn't vaccinated. Like, that's a mess. I'm sorry, that is a mess, that is a mess, that is a mess, all right? So, you know, my anxieties have been a little bit crazy about that, especially because other people's anxieties have been crazy around me. If you know anything about being empaths, then that should make a lot of sense to why sometimes I feel a little bit crazier than I need to, because I'm frankly feeling half of y'all's energies, okay? Otherwise, I've been doing good. I've been trying to keep busy. I've been trying to stay focused, but my brain has been a little bit all over the place just because there's just been so much going on. Like, even today alone, there was an explosion in some apartments down in Atlanta. Over in Tacoma, there was 11,000 homes homes that didn't have power out of nowhere, all just today. Meanwhile, you got the VMAs going down. Like, it's just a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. So whatever you gotta do, stay prayed up, as some would say. You know, do your meditations, do whatever you need to do to clear your mind. Take a walk. You know, it is starting to get a little bit cooler today, but it's not super cold yet, so you can still go outside, live your best life, and get some fresh air. But yeah, things are getting a little weird. Okay, I'm going to grocery stores, and sometimes they're having very little to no certain things. Okay, so just stay prepared as well as you can, and just try to live your best life and find different reasons to smile. Like, no matter how bad certain things are, certain things, and I do mean certain, because some things you just can't necessarily smile from, but if you can, find a reason to smile at least once every day. At least once. All right, look, we're gonna take another quick commercial break, and then we're gonna end the show. Okay, so it's Friday. I'm at Pier 62. Let's see what's going down today. All right, here's a few things that you guys can do down at Pier 62 if you ever need something to do when you're in Seattle. Now, obviously, you have the views, you have the boat sighting, and then frankly, if you're like me and you're learning how to ride these scooters, you have plenty of room to live your best life. Now, on this day, I had to go to work, so I decided to stop at the food truck, got me some lumpia, a couple chicken strips, and as you can see, I definitely was feeling the vibes. You also have storytelling, and if you want to hear a little clip of it, here you go.
Way home, slammed open the door, went into the house and says, "Wife, where are you?" "I'm over here, Coyote. What's going on?" He says, "Wife, I'm sorry, but I found another woman I'm going to marry. I'm going to leave you. I'm going to take all my stuff and I'm going to go. I found another woman that I want to be with."
She's not another woman. Well, either who, there's other things that you can do, like have your own little photo shoot. I think I did pretty good. Had one of my friends come down there with me one day, take some photos of me also. But aside from that, look, there's live performances, dance classes, drawing, music, food. You can even have your kids go play outside. At the end of the day, there's something fun for everyone to do. And did I mention it's all free? Yes, honey, all this for free. Hey guys, it's Besa Gordon from Converge Media. You can catch me on my show Rewind with Besa, which airs every other Saturday at 2 p.m. anywhere you watch Converge Media. Now, I know a lot of us still have questions about the COVID-19 vaccine. However, here are a couple things you don't have to question. Everyone 12 years and older in Washington State are now eligible for the COVID-19 vaccine. It's free, and you don't even need insurance or citizenship status to get vaccinated. If you still have questions, and I know you probably do, you can visit kingcounty.gov/COVID for additional information. You can also call the King County COVID-19 call center at 206-477-3977 to get COVID-19 and the vaccination questions answered, get translation services if needed, set up an in-home vaccination appointment for yourself or someone you know may not be comfortable at a vaccination site due to a disability, anxiety, or other reasons. Look, now is the time to get all your COVID-19 vaccination questions answered so we can all get out the house and live our best lives again. All right, you guys, that is this week's episode of Rewind with Besa on Converge Media. Let me see if there was anything else in my notes. I think that was it. Yeah, I think that was it. Otherwise, I really hope that you guys have an amazing rest of your week. I definitely want you guys to do something, at least one thing every single day this week, just to make yourself smile, okay? Even if that just means putting you first, okay? Put you first, all right? And make sure, and I do mean make sure, and this is mainly to myself because I'll be messing up, make sure that you are keeping promises to yourself more than you are to other people. It's so easy for me to tell someone that I'll do something, and then I make sure that I do it and I beat myself up for not doing it. But I don't really give myself that same respect. So that's really what I'm gonna work on this week and for the rest of the month. If you have something that you're gonna work on, definitely drop it below if you feel free to do so. Keep it with me on Q93.3 Monday through Saturday, Gem 107.5 Saturday and Sunday nights on B95 in Fresno. Otherwise, I don't really think I have any other announcements. Yeah, that's about it. Have an amazing rest of your week, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.